It's a belt to belt. Don't go too far over now. My belt's up here, his belt's down here. Try and keep them fairly close. They're not going to be overlapping, but I need to stay on his back and cover it with my chest. Okay? 1, 2, 3. You take over. If you're good. No, so what's the one?
Yeah. I still can.
Okay, so you haven't been here for the morning class, the 6 a.m. class. And so I'll tell you my theory behind this. That I can still see the back if I don't. If I cover it, I don't. If I can't see it, if it starts to disappear, I don't want it. So, one thing we need to do is when we go down, if you're going to start turning, I know I'm playing this bottom hook in, I got to connect to it. Okay? So from here, again, I can't come up here and I'm going to hold that out. So I stay closer to the belt. And as he goes to roll through, I need to stay on the back, see my top hook. So one of the biggest mistakes is this disconnection right here, especially once it disappears. Once it disappears, if I can't see it, I can't see it. So one of the ways to avoid that is to just eclipse it with your sternum. So if he starts to turn away, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to seatbelt and attach myself to the back. Okay. The legs will hopefully come. Right? It just depends. Sometimes, like I told you in the class before, guys get too greedy and they try to go for the hooks too soon. And this eclipse becomes this, and then they go and now I can't see that.
I was gonna say, I don't know what I would do.
So as he turns through, connect with the seatbelt, you just attach your sternum to the spine.
So Justin, right there, since you're not sure, do you think your shoulders flat to the ceiling? Because he's hooking your hips, and if you can't turn your shoulders and try to hook your hips to the ceiling, that's your escape when you get that inside in.
Totally eclipse the spine with your sternum.
Your left one down to the mat. If you can squeeze between, you're trying to turn chest to chest. Nope, the other way. Squeeze your left elbow down to the mat between you two.
And over.
He's trying to hook deep.
I just want to. It immediately is. Because there's going to be.
No, I know, that's the fight. But now that little separation, is what you're fighting. But if you start realizing that you're going to choke in the deep
Then their backs on the back is actually the one that's way.
turn towards you, you can see as he gave you space. That's this is what you want. You have to cut down.
You run through this already?
It'll become instinctive. It will.
I don't know what you were going to show, Sleazy, but
Say again?
I don't know what you were planning on showing.
Oh,
you
no,
don't have to continue down
No,
the
this
turtle.
is beautiful because this is something I did.
Yeah. And IBJF, I mean, like, it's kind of one of those things where turtle doesn't score points. So when guys turtle up, it doesn't score. No, it turtles.
So if I pass, so run on his back, lay on your back, it's IBJF rules, and I get past the guard, Merlin's just gonna turtle up. This gives me no points. And he's gonna suck these elbows in, suck them in here. Yeah, and put his head on the mat. And he just literally turtle shells up. There's no points. I think you might get an advantage.
You might get an advantage if he sits there for too long.
Yeah, but there's no
But
points.
it's just a stalling advantage.
Yeah, and so you're playing, guys are playing this scene, which I don't like this scene because again, it's separation. So that's where, for you bigger, older guys, that's where I'm just gonna drop them to the hip. Then, now it's still no points. I don't wanna get greedy, so Merlin makes up that elbow, I'm sucking him in. There's your points.
Yep.
Okay, so turtling is one of the, sadly, one of the techniques guys use now because there's no points. They just turtle.
And if they're winning 2-0, they're not losing. And then just say turtle here. They'll turtle like this, or they'll turtle like this. This is to keep the hooks out. But with this, now I got no hand to base, so I just drop it in. And this hand has to hit them. And you go through your protocol. That's what I would, if they turtle up against you.
Yeah. Fortunately, the 3 opponents I have, they don't have a ranking, so they haven't done a bunch of IBJJF, so.
Yeah. It's good. We don't know
It's just-
what the coach should know, right?
Sure.
So, that's what I would say on the turtle front. There's other ways to break the turtle down, but this is a pretty safe way because at this point, I passed, he turtles up, and I'm on the hit. If I stay here too long, he can get some ideas to sit out, but more than likely, they just don't want to open this up, especially if they're already playing. But if it's the beginning of the match and it's still 0-0-0, I just don't want him to get back on his feet. I did all this work, he's on his butt, hands on his knees. Breaking forward. And then from here, he's yours. He's yours to do whatever you want. But I go straight to the feet. It's up this in tight. If he goes to stand up again, okay, break him back down. Notice he goes to stand up again. I can just keep this here and start too high. So I'm either going to, he goes up, I put my weight back on his head. You feel that, Ron? Yeah, so curling. When I see though, this is what keeps me on, my weight shifts to this hip that I need back on the mat. So one more time. So I get to this point, he's on his hip, he's gonna go to stand up, and I can't necessarily, it's too late, I can't share this roll. I can put my weight back on that back hip, and it should fall back down, and then I can start. Hopefully, bring to the side, because I need to get this hook into points, both hooks. Okay? So I break down this hip right here, go to stand up, right hip. My weight needs to stay on this back hip here. So hopefully, if I turtle here, I can just break it down here. But I gotta keep this seat though. I gotta keep this in sight and connect, and then I can start. From here, he's probably gonna work his way back up the turtle again. So gotta stay stir. Gotta stay put. Can't let down. So I'm constantly trying to keep the sternum attached, like a pivot point back here, and close to his hips. Okay. So drill that. Get him on the hip. He goes to posture up, and then you get back on his hip down here, and just work it back down. You kind of feel that? Like I'm trying to put my weight down to get you back to this position, and then I can start. Or if I can feel him hold it back. Okay? On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Both hooks are required for points?
Yes. Both hooks for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you get big. You get 4. Back and out.
Well, if you get 6, it's the dark pass.
Well, I was just being specific on that.
Sometimes two, sometimes two.
Depends.
Yeah, that's
Depends on the ref. And there's really not a whole lot you can do about it. If the ref scores it poorly, you just scores it poorly.
Just win.
Just fucking stand up.
Fuck points.
Just
It's
sit
okay
up.
to do.
That's how I felt for the first 2 years of my jiu-jitsu competition. I'm submit.
Right.
I lost. 26 weights is just basic fundamentals of jiu-jitsu.
Break. Seatbelt, Brandon. Okay, and break back down that thing. Break. Go straight to the seatbelt, Justin. Yeah. Don't too high.
Right in the middle. There you go.
Put the pressure on that bottom hip and just rock back.
Sit on
Keep rocking.
You're okay. What's up? You okay?
Turtle less tight. Cover every hole. Yeah. This is what they're gonna do. Trying to clean it. Go ahead and start walking back up.
See how your right hip is heavy with his weight?
There's no way. And I got this one too. And then just kind of shoot. Okay. I'm strong. From here. And I just So I'm not trying to pull you necessarily this way, I'm trying to pull you down here on this head, so you can have, because the more I control that head, you can turn your, we can rotate your upper body all you want, but if you don't rotate this head, it's impossible to get back on the floor. Okay.
Mike, don't you go for this is all beautiful because it's good to I was compliment to the sheet is and this is not a criticism because he's smaller, his technique has to be on point. He's smaller than Tanner. Tanner's got his jiu-jitsu, it's gonna help for a lot of more muscular guys. But I forget I'm not 6 feet. You can learn way more from if you're small. So Steve because he has to do technique. And that's what keeps me hopeful is eventually my technique's gonna supersede my strength. And it's all position. It's all position. So let me see, you're bigger than I like the gi going to your left. And it's the same concept, but I'm gonna try to use terms that are gonna just ingrain this in your head. I want you to protect your bikini areas. So I'm trying to reach in right here, I'm trying to reach in right here. The only way he's gonna be able to do this is to tuck his elbow in here, or tuck his elbow back here. So go ahead and bring your right here. Yeah. So right here is preventing me, he's either doing that or he's bringing his elbow with his kidney, and I can't get in here. But then at the same time, he's exposing his neck. So he's gotta cover his neck. And I'm gonna go in his armpit, and we're playing this game. I'm trying to touch the bikini area, conceptually, right? But once he does this, I'm hoping to get him off base. So, some wrestlers will step over here, but like Coach was saying, if you got the gi, definitely use this to throw him off. But if you can't get him, he's really strong. You don't got a great, both of you guys have really good strong hips. I'm going right here. My hips stand low. I'm hip to hip. And I almost want to wrestle spiral and reach into his inner thigh. I do this to you a lot, and I'm trying to get him a posture. He's not in a posture. He's not going to do that. Go ahead and cover your hand and do that. He's not going to do that. That's why I go that seatbelt that Coach G was saying. Is I get the seatbelt, but I'm not trying to go over. Because I come over to raise your ass, I'm going to fall. So I can't commit. All I'm doing is superhero symbol or superhero symbol. Right? That's on the back of his hip. And I'm getting his knee to collapse his knee. Here. You can call me this little stuff. If you can't dynamically pull him so you've got a good face, boom, I'm going to go seat up. Like, I'm going to block his knee with my knee, but I don't want him to collapse onto my thigh. I'm going to shrink. Boom. Blocking his right knee. As he starts to teeter over, so I'm trying to either top hook or ride the knee straight up. So again, I'm coming in, got a good base. How he's gonna compensate with this is wide elbows. Can't get in here, so fun. No. But my right knee's gotta go to the ceiling. And I got that seatbelt. But I'm trying to stay back. Can you tripod up and throw me over your hips?
Oh yeah.
If I don't stay below this patch, and I chase his back, that's all that's gonna happen. So I gotta be cognizant that I've gotta, thanks Coach.
Thanks for you guys. Have a good weekend.
Use the gi, use the spiral, but I can't commit to going too high. If I start committing over, I drive my knees into his kidneys. I'm trying to stay back. So I'm emphasizing staying back. In a law enforcement situation here, someone starts doing that, I'm going to break contact because this person knows something. They turtle up. Why grapple with someone who has any type of experience? You might be at a disadvantage. So, so a few of the things that I had trouble with Merlin, because he's got a great base, and he's good at protecting his bikini area. I don't know if I used that analogy with you before. But he knows that. He's got a great bikini area. But see, because he's more muscular, it's harder for him to tuck his elbows in here. But I still can't get in there. I can't spiral. I'm doing nothing. So sometimes I'll try this. I can't get it on him. Just sit here and ride his kidneys. Almost like I'm riding a horse. He doesn't like this. He hates this because he knows he can't scramble, so he'll grab, roll, or whatever. And that scramble is when I start waiting for him to adjust. So if you roll one way, Boom. Boom, fall right in the mouth. So if I can't move them, you can put your knees in their hips. So what we're going to do is practice this. Get them. Can't get the spiral. Concentrating back here. I don't feel like I can get a seatbelt. Not moving. I'm trying to get in the posture up. Now this is obviously key, or in clothing and self-defense situation. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll try to roll. I'm just trying to stand up. So this person can roll, posture up, whatever. If I hold this, whatever he does, he decides to go back to turtle. Because I've worked this way. So using this almost like a harness to ride him. For no gi, you probably grab a trap.
Yeah.
Not as effective. But it's something. So if you come on me, you're gonna see I'm trying to be good. Work around this hip to hip. And I'm not giving you some belts. I'm not giving you pants. You're gonna try to pull it down from the seat. I'm really getting those knees in my kidney. Right here. Not open up. Because I'm going to get frustrated because I don't know what he's doing. But you're still emphasizing running low on the kidneys. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to do it on. We'll get you in the starting position. You can see it. You see your knees right here on my right and drop the call. And all you need to do is just try to anticipate what I'm going to do. If I posture up, you can kick one heel into it. And then force the seatbelt to your right. Boom, and roll into your right. Hook the other seatbelt here. And in great position to recover that. So, starting from the turtle. Give you about 50%. I want you to try to do that again. You're going to do, well, this isn't working. You can't get a seatbelt because it's tucked in. So let me just see. My weight is on my inner thigh, my inner quad. If I see him postured up, does that make sense? So his knee allows me to rotate my hand. Would you add anything to that? Did you do that?
I don't generally, so I'll generally sit that ride. Grabbing reins is what I think it does. Is a great control. I used it in SAC to win absolutes, but it's a great control, especially when they're pretty mobile. You can grab that, and as they mount, you can threaten back takes, and it doesn't go anywhere.
And the reason why I asked Brandon is he's taller than me, so even though we sprint and roll, I don't know exactly how he differs from you guys, and he's in between. He's taller but more muscular. So he's going to be the opponent that you're going to be trying to control, right? You're going to be trying to control someone who's in your weight class. So that your situation is competition, yours is self-defense and wrestling control, right? So let's work you two, you two. We'll work on the bottom person in turtle is denying the bikini area. You're not letting yourself be pulled either way. So your emphasis is to stay low. One of these to get to the seatbelt on the side of the church. But we give it about 50%. You're gonna let it go. So Brandon, you're gonna give about 50% resistance so that you can eventually get it. So you can try to collar and belt, that doesn't work. Yeah, that's not working. So right here, the emphasis is going to be on the inside of the quad. If I'm almost driving my knees into this left handle, I'm not keeping my knees on my legs. Down on his hips, I'm pulling back. Yeah, so now I can rotate my heel in. So as he leads up, rotate your left heel around his thigh. That's all you need. Go to the hook on, and then get the second hook as you roll in. So this is another way of taking it back. The way Steve's showing you is one way. There's so many ways to take it back. But they're not all my work. So we can go the way we do, and because you have great paths as well. So you're wasting your inner thigh and your the wall. that way adjusts back his feet over his ass and goes big.
And how does that feel different?
Yeah, that's better.
So now you're like, here, you're allowed to rotate your feet, you're no longer facing your weight on your feet. If you get them up, rotate that heel around and try to get them under his arm. That's what we're looking for. Right? Next time, once you get your hook, you go towards that hook part, and then swing that secondary. But it's okay, you got a hook, right? You got a seatbelt. You're working towards those. The whole thing is getting your knees in that weird spot. All your wings on his knees. Yeah, it's a weird feeling until you get in there. Kind of ridiculous. So you go up and down, left and right. Look at that. Hooks, seatbelt, connect your hands, seatbelt. And with this one, you can just use one hand too. You can use both. You only need one. For safety issues, don't go back. If you see my feet and they're not cognizant of it and they go backwards, you can break their ankles and break their toes.
Or blow their knees out.
Or blow their knees out. So, as a person, just for good practice in jiu-jitsu, we're always trying to windshield wipe our feet under us so that we can fall back. But also, as a good partner on top, we're not pulling them back, we're pulling them to the side. And it's really hard to teach this, but for safety, versus really trying not to pull people back, it seems like the essential thing to do.
You get a lot more momentum than going forward into that shoulder on the downside.
You're doing a little sequence in all direction. All you're doing is because they're strong, tail to head, but not so much lateral. I have to push out. When he starts attacking me, he's really good at attacking my tail. He gets me going left and right. I'm not giving him keen. Constant. So that's the scramble he's doing. The moment he starts going lower, I can no longer roll. You can see the only time I was able to scramble is he was doing nice. But his weight was shifting, and I was taking advantage to use my knees. I was taking advantage to like tell you, don't let me get your key or I'm shut up. So that's the scramble where he's gonna start stepping over. What else did you do with it?
Exactly, little back stuff. So I'm not referring back, take control, once again here, off of the hip, go under this near side arm, grab this, and then switch on out.
I would play with it. I don't know that one so much. You're probably gonna see it and I never realize it.
See, I like the inside wrist control, but yeah.
It's the same thing, like I said, I like the bunny hop one, because they don't expect it, not a big dude.
Right.
So the reason why I'm also asking for other input is so you guys that are starting to figure this out, like there's like 1,000 lessons. You can curl the ankle out of your heel, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about. There's just, right now, what we're trying to do in concept and theory is destabilize your base, force them to post out or posture up. If you can't destabilize them because they're a fucking boulder, the seatbelt isn't the first step of choking them. You have to have control first. The seatbelt is just to have your elbows connected because this isn't really right. And you can't choke them on the hooks. Because you can see when the butt comes up, you're going to get tossed over. Staying low. Your whole concept is staying low to let them carry your weight. Even though you're, what's that name? You're over 200. Your 170 is still gravity force downward motion. So being effective with your weight on your knees, you're over 220 maybe, right? I'm having to carry your weight. So the only reason why I was able to kind of scramble was because he wasn't distributing his weight as effectively as he could have, but I wasn't really winning either. I was still in the game. I was still in that master, right? So that's the scramble. But I don't think it looked like we were frantic. He wasn't frantically trying to choke me, and I wasn't frantically trying to throw elbows and get out of there either. I was trying to find a way to sit out, go around me, roll, or whatever. So all of that is the thing I'm saying, go on my hips. Counterintuitive thing to go on the chest. What you say? So if you're not sure what to do, you stay up. You're going to lose it when you go sort of shaking the head.
There's a few other ones that we can go over. Forcing the head down, getting him up. But the moment he starts posting up, and I can't get over here, I've been getting him trying to crucifix and step over. So then I'm able to stay here and now pinch my elbows on the heel. But he's not going to like it. He's going to pummel in. But then as he does that, I start going back to my knees. Morris, whatnot. So just throw a few things at him, but it's all contingent on me not losing my base and not losing my top position. He's really good at trapping my arm and trying to roll, so I have to let go of my arms and hail and jump and stay at that. So I'm trying to do he traps my arm, and I'm trying to stay on his side, and I'm stuck. So I have to play that, give him a little, but not enough for where I'm trapped. But I always tell people, if I got you, you got me too. So I've lost my top position, and I've lost the dominant position. So we can practice from going to turtle. Did he start going to turtle, or he just started after? Started. And you and I did, can you say it here?
Yeah, I feel what it's like.
You guys want to roll, or you guys want to drill this a little bit? We'll do live rolls. You want to roll? Okay.
I'm good with that.
Okay. We'll do, and if you want to elaborate, I'm going to drop some in the groups like that. Are there any questions about this? Because it is something that's going to be grown. It's just an introduction to this. Any questions? Have you been here before, chasing the back and not gotten the back? Probably not sure. And it's cool. What's that?
It all happens so fast.
It all happens, and that's fine. It's not okay. So let's get some rolls in. And if you gotta go to work, remember if they gotta go to work, you gotta don't go 100 miles an hour. Try to control. If you get submission, nice and slow. Look at them in the eye and make sure they know
That's a
what's
stand
happening.
up versus someone other than me.
How do you go?
Good. My calves burning. That's what I get for running 2 fucking miles yesterday. Stupid goddamn kids. Stupid fucking jogging club.
If you want to sit out, that's fine.
They
If you want to roll,
want
that's fine.
No.
If you don't want to run on positional roll, drill, I can do that too. So, you're taking your hand, right? So, you're trying to get this thing, right? Sometimes instead of going to the center, don't go any further than that. Okay? Because if you go center, past, you fall over. Okay? If he starts getting off center and just go on, quickly post way out before you have a chance to get it, so you can move your foot and your cane. Back to this, and if you get 2 hands in, you collapse. Sometimes you put 1 hand. You're not really digging as much as you're burning. You go this one. This one will be so now you're.
Right, so they bring the guys in.
Still can. He's trying to break the collar. He's trying to break the posture off of the collar and the shit out of this way. Like these frames right here inside prevents him from coming up. So you're trying to just easy adjust his hips. So you're trying to outdo it on your knees, posture your head up. When you feel him over your ankles, actually try to do it. Right, you're right.
So, if by keeping your hands there, it also prevents the tip on sheet.
You know when one let go and then you adjust from one to the other. You just go kind of keep it.
Yes, sir.
You use those as frames. You might have to do it or draw. Try to pin these without using the mat, just some weight over knee or elbow. Elbows down low, across the hip. Turn to one side. So you see how you got the elbows out? You're not going to, you want that one spring in or elbow inside.
This here, now your knees.
You can fight your hands. This is where you can start fighting your hands.
Yeah.
You can kind of control this.
Okay.
That's not your chin. Definitely not your chin.
Not that good.
So let's pause right here for a minute. Who's got that under picture? He has been the only one that sees it. So unfortunately, you're losing this battle because the only way to get your knees out is to smash it. You're not going to smash it, you're going to sweep it. So if you can't get this under, what you can do is kind of reach back and frame on his knee. Okay? So you're not necessarily even having, you might not even get that this type. You might not get this. And it's a setup. Give this hand over, reach into his armpit. It's going to be sneaky. You might have to go to his armpit. And now he's going to start cross facing you. You might have to go back to get this elbow out and get that under and get this with your left elbow. So you're threatening one way to go the other. And all you need is this under. But you're stuck. But it's okay. So right here, you can try one or the other. You might have to gradually move this to cross facing, put your elbow here, and then this back, making you can off the knee. You can start lowering that. That's when I move this hand over to the side of his hand. And then can you move in, or can you smash from here? Probably not. You're going to try to get out. So you're trying to get under. You might have to reach out back his armpit. You know, it's weird. You're shifting and getting back at the same time. If he starts opening that way, bring your left leg out and close out, really straight out with that left leg. Bottom leg.
The one I already talked to.
Yeah. So he's gonna do that's what he's gonna try to do. He's gonna try to prevent you from closing out. Because he feels you're starting to move and adjust for close. He's not gonna feel it. These are the little subtleties of the you see two girls laughing and you don't know what the fuck's going on, that's what they're laughing. Underhook and move on. Switch partners. Brendan Brady. So as the color cuts, you guys are definitely obviously the mentors here. Make it tough enough for them to learn. Yeah, no offense once for now, only because we're working on I might make a set of offense so we can apply the stuff that we can use. And not do it for loose. Well, let's play with it. Let's have your go to the secondary.
You know what I'm saying? This, it's like that. Or you know, like your grips. Send it down. One of us is going to go right.
Make me let go of this. Thank you. So I hold on to it and then shake it. Exactly.
Head position down, let's do his neck. There you go. You need a cauliflower. Is that a difference there, Brandon? Side step, side step, side step. From redirect, drag easy. Shuffle from left to right. Under, over, break your grips and re-grip. You stop. So arm drags.
Slow down.
Breathe.
Just be frank. Slow down. The point of this is I come back in with purpose. Okay? If I come back in and do this, I'm not doing anything. Hey, look, you got it.
So we'll start breaking and keeping it there for even bigger things that break down. That's the game. And then you're gonna knock them down and take it down. 9 seconds. Watch my knees. Watch my knees. So you watch your arms and your arms. I gotta bring my knees back. And I want my knees out this wide. It's not a big deal. But with my knees here, I'm able to teeter the north and south and east and west. But here I'm sitting back now. Like, now I go, oh shit, he's got my arms right. I got it. You know, I'm fucked. So we couldn't defeat him doing anything. I didn't even see him short that. Now he has to block him. He still has this arm out. So if I go north, I'm giving him a position in my hips. Right? But I have to do this. Keep my place. All of this is in my space. I'm fucked. He had advantage from me. But the thing is, if you do fall, you just have to loose and try to sit back on.
We gotta try and start it on the side.
Just set you up with a 3 fucking prongs. The arm, the collar, and the shoe. It's okay. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Let me check the time. If not, you can stay in a row. This is my Friday night session.
8:29 for those of us who have to go, and
Do you guys have to
give a bunch of human beings.
Okay.
There you go.
Let's say. I'm gonna open up open that. Not too many people will be coming. 5 to 7, Friday nights. Quick about. If you guys ever want to roll or get together one-on-one, let me know. I'm not charging for privates. I'm a geek and I want to roll or I want to cover anything that might be in there. So is Brendan, if he's available, he'll come and show up. So. Yeah. No, I get it. Around our personal schedules, my whole wife is like, what the fuck, man, I'm getting paid. So anyways, any other guys that we did for today? No? Alright, cool. So remember, we learned why we go over points is one, we got competitors competing, and 2 points is good for fundamentals of understanding the principles of jiu-jitsu to get to one position to another. And the reason why they're given points is because they're fundamental in all of your jiu-jitsu career. But it also works for base, posture, structure. That's the only reason why I would go over points. It's the first time I heard points, I go, what the fuck's that? So, anyways, thank you. So, I don't know the term, so let's bow out. Thank you. Everyone stay cool, we gotta go. Did you guys come in, there was there 6 a.m.?
It was the thing.
So they, no.
No, not something get done. But I have to be.
If you wanna do something,
I'm fucking drywall.
so let's work on you doing that side control, and then Darcy's. My knees are connected, my elbows are connected, and my eyes are connected. That's what I want. So I want to keep my head far over here, so the verse is side
Why?
being that you're taller, it's gonna be hard to get your knees in and keep your chest in. So, with that being said, we're gonna find a sweet spot. What I want you to imagine is you're trying to compress the this is your spine to that. Well, because I'm going to be a pressure player, I'm doing it because my position is here, my knees are here, but my waist back down here.
Your difference in this kidney, right? Because I thought it would
My chest is gonna be a little bit.
my thoughts are half
So we're gonna do
Oh, I
something
should have
like
answered.
this,
Okay.
stable with wide knees.
Alright, fair.
Is that the new guy? Yeah, Rodriguez, I guess.
Oh, okay.
That's
How is
to
he?
prevent you from getting this frame.
He's-
Because for your frame.
He's good at what he does in a situation which he's doing.
Right.
It's also like they're coming from all their hours.
Yep. Here's
You're
where
gonna
we're
have to determine whether you're gonna be able to go with me on belly.
But he's
So
like,
now, or if you're just gonna give him.
Trying to get things done,
Guys like, so
let us know. Because
So,
I'm trying to get
I'm not gonna belly.
Right.
I'm just gonna try to split it.
You're
You're gonna determine whether you wanna go to travel.
awesome.
From here. This is what you're gonna do right now. Trying to connect the knee and elbow here, the knee and elbow with your hip, and
Generally, yeah.
the head's down here so you can't go. So my chest isn't like,
Got that.
I don't think you feel the pressure on
What
what
else?
Right.
Not that.
Yeah.
But the moment you start moving around, I'm just gonna adjust with my elbow and my foot.
High fat, low carb, high protein, high fiber. Yep. Evans. High protein, high fat.
So now try to get your frames in while you're doing the frames.
Yeah.
So I'm sleeping. I'm laying.
That's good.
So you felt the connection. I wasn't trying to
Oh.
grab you.
I saw you do the bunny hop shit. I have it on video. I gotta find it.
What's that?
Where you just like bunny hop. I found you rolling with, but you just like bunny hop over someone's guard.
No, I didn't see it.
That was like,
Yeah, no, fuck yeah. I think I told whoever it was, I was like, yeah, that's the most athletic thing you'll see me do all fucking day.
This one is here, just like this. I want you to connect your left knee to your right.
oh, TJ's going. This is really good. Big idea.
Definitely.
Because I'm a big
But you see, this
where I
is
start smashing people.
it's gonna be
No, it's not. Forward.
Right.
if I start trying to frame it,
If I smash you, that's kind of TJ smash you. Well, he's 160.
And that's what I love about rolling with TJ is I'm like, fuck it, I can smack the shit out of you. Fuck you, TJ. I love it.
So if you want to mitigate this, what
Oh, yeah.
you do, let's say your body position right now.
Fucking clock.
Trying to frame, right?
Because I have,
Keep your
I
hand
love
here.
that.
Why don't you use your left
I had
knee
TJ monkey line
and palm under my elbow?
I had Randy P in the clock check.
I want you to lean the knee over the
Nice.
I don't know if you heard it. He's like, no.
I heard it. I did hear
Because I had it locked in.
Nice. Take it easy,
I said, can you now
Take it easy.
bring your left knee up towards your elbow? I'm not gonna control. I no longer have this, I can't get this right. So when you get to side control, this is your 3-second control for points. Good. So as you see, now just look up at my legs. I'm posting this so I can bridge. I've lowered this one. You're not gonna be able to feel it, but normally, even if this leg's up, your right knee, just your kneecap on my hip. Right there, even a little bit, yeah, no, that's right. That's all you need. You're not getting knee on belly, but I'm like, oh shit, I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna either drive this up and pose, or I'm gonna drop, emphasize my bridge here, and I'm gonna rotate. And as I rotate my hips up towards you on this side, I want you to drive your knee up to my hand. Now, you can grab my collar. You're gonna do no knee, right? Collar tie, yeah. Collar tie? Like this. So you're gonna collar tie my head. You're elevating the right here. I want you to place the kicks in with your left foot out. So I can't reach it, so it's a little bit further back. It's like a scoop. And you can do this. So I'm showing you the nose. The nose is gonna be underhooking the tendon. Now you're aiming 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. It's just control. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,000. Go ahead and put your hands on me. Yep. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1,000. You got this point. So we're going to work on that control position. Back over here. Side control. Dominate for 3 seconds. Got no frames. Don't let me get my frames in. This is still counting. Control. It sucks. I got you got it. One more pass. You get up 1 arm or 2 arms straight. You want one to post so that if I start sweeping, it goes through your head. Or if you want just post that one. Right? Using that long spread, that long spread. Okay? So this is going to be your plan for points. If you establish your takedown on a bar pass, so those are contingent on, right? Those 2 things. But your plan is, if you see side control, be patient and take control. It's also a good time to catch up. So, I'm not giving you the opportunity to feel me sucking in things. Oh, that's what I do a lot. Sneak that little elbow in. Sneak this under your chin. The way I do, exactly what I do is what I just told you to do. It doesn't work in this time at all. And it doesn't work in play a lot of the time. But this is going to be your progress to points. You don't need to know why. A lot of people don't need to know why. But we explain it to you because you can now see. Oh, that's just regular jiu-jitsu. That's all based in posture. And you're not maintaining that top position. Right? So for you to get a darce, it's going to be from side control. Because knowing that if I turtle, or if I start fighting in my belly, I'm kind of tough. My go-to is to turn it into my eternity. But you being, having long arms, I want you to think of putting head and arm triangle right here, and darce and reaching under the ground. So I'm going to show you the finish. Facing the knee and side control. Lunge. Turn your right side facing knee, the post on the right foot. Left foot. So, I haven't really established side control. I have no side control. I haven't gotten the passing points, but I haven't established control because you flame. You beat me with the flame. So what I want you to do is using this trail arm, that's closest to the hips. I'm going to reach under and grab the back of the neck. If they're doing a really good job of framing right here, I want to double cradle because this elbow, this bone right here is going to have to hit a crowd. So I'm hooking here, on this, and using my chest to pin the elbow to my chest. And I'm using either an overhook with 2 hands, cradle in here, but it's all contingent on this. I'm trying to get you to touch your chin, right? So if you know what's going on, you're actually going to posture up, your chin's going to go up, and you're going to not let me get that. And that's going to be a different thing. But if they're fine, they're prone up here, this is where your emphasis goes from this hook to the crown of the head. I don't know if you can do this, or you can do your elbow, but right now we're going to do the crown of the head. And I'm putting my ears to the ribs, and I'm punching this bottom as deep as I can. And then I'm switching, I'll show you what I do. So you felt that your head took the entire knee.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is side control, mitigate that elbow somehow with this control. So I'm not, your arm might be really long, and they might have more wiggle room. You gotta get that elbow across your side. Once you get that, you're gonna overlook and cradle that in. My emphasis then comes from really pulling that in with this right hand. So my connection here, so that it might be a little floating roots and punch. But if I don't adjust, I can't really punch. I have to sometimes breaks like this. Okay? But I'm still cradling the crown of the head. And then when I feel that, I'm gonna ride my elbow down to the back of their head. And I'm bringing this here. I'm reaching to the back of my chest at my elbow. And I'm bringing that in the head. Get it? It sucks. Sometimes it will do it this way. Sometimes not worry about it. You got this, right? Oh, on the way. I never let go of this, but it's maintain my posture. So, again, you might have to adjust. Punch that through.
Yeah.
Go from here, punching through, curling up. Almost like arms. Side control, like turning. So, you don't need that fundamental overhook on the crown of my head, and you're pulling your elbow to your hip body. Yeah. Once you feel that, your emphasis from the right knee is your ability to from the left hand. Now your left hand's holding the head down, and you're going to close out on this leg and punch your right elbow forward. That gives you great amount of reach. And now you're going to bring your right hand to your left leg. One more. You might not get a quick, you might get a quick one. The biggest thing I don't want you to let go of because I just want it to tight. Because the moment you would let go to adjust, you would kind of break. But if you start going relationship, like because your arms are longer, you might have to, you might have to really reach back behind your arm and rotate and then insert. So we'll work on that finish. This elbow gotta get out towards my ear. So you can lower your ear on my ribs. Lower your ear on my ear. Okay, good. Good. And when you get it, if it hurt, try to get there. Because this blade is going to be choking you. So if you can get there, that makes it so much smaller. Work on it. Because you're going to have big, thick necks like mine. Doesn't matter how high. This is about the same. I got 19%. So, ready to work on that? Double cradle. I'm trying to posture up. Should you mean into it? That's not all of that was control, release, and posture, and tight position. A lot of technique, so you're exerting force. You're executing the submission. Okay. the finishing touches, the beginning here is fucking bad or something like that.
Yeah.
So I get it, but they're not gonna expect you to, because it starts to be different.
Okay.
Like, you know, whatever we're on out there, and so because he needs to work on this.
Yeah.
Slow the fuck down, work on control, power acquisition, execute with patience. Okay? Eventually, you start adjusting what comes out of the but you can feel, I wasn't mad at you, you can hear it.
Yeah.
You can hear him gurgling. That's like years of just being a fucking shoulder. My friend, you know, go again. You feel really good, that's a really good position. Wide knees, your ass is back over your heels, your elbows. You should be good. How does it feel? You holding your breath on?
No, I think when I get, and it might just be your 19-inch neck.
I did, and I got it also.
Getting that grip on there and then turning here because there's something in the way. It doesn't feel like I can get a really good grip there sometimes. But
Sometimes when I feel like I can't really get it, I'll elevate the way across them.
okay.
So, I get as tight as I can, I take a deep breath to take away space between my elbows and my chest. I don't have it, I'm gonna have to elevate that way.
Okay.
So I don't ever teach RNC's cross-trachea chokes because they'll end up doing that all the time. That's me.
Okay.
This is not a cross-tracheal choke. It's really a blood choke that's going to put them to sleep. Sometimes guys like me will tuck their chins and you're on the jaw. That's the only one I can survive. I'm tapping to, I'm trapped, and I'm tapping to the neck.
Yeah.
But if you can get to the blood, they're going to be out before you know it. Because, dude, you got beautiful jokes. Great looking job, right? You're athletic, and we just want to make sure that you preserve your range of motion and we don't want you to break yourself trying to overextend your flexibility.
Yeah.
Right, so we're trying to do that motion. So I'm teaching the finishing touches because when we go from side control to knee on belly to threaten them, if they don't get the knee on belly, they're going to turn into you, fucking track that bars.
Like it.
Yeah, if you don't get that bars, go right them. Because you can see, I'm fucking incapacitated.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can step right over.
Yeah.
Then you got an underhook, control, you got an Justin, I heard from Merlin that Justin was a little frustrated with line movement. That's why I said it a couple times today. We're trying to learn it because these are positional, ideal positions in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Points don't fucking mean nothing, but they mean everything at the same time.
Yeah. Teach you the technique and
Right.
stuff.
It's like learning the katas. Why the fuck am I learning katas step by step?
Yeah.
And then if you do end up doing combatives or sparring, you're like, oh, I'm right there on the inside, just my elbow goes through points.
In the fence.
Right. So with this one, I'm showing you the pulling of the trigger only because you know enough jiu-jitsu to do the side control and now right now. Okay, take it down and throw me bars onto the back. So side control. Exactly. I have frames, I get frames, I get frames. If not, you get that belly. See something? That's it, dude, that's it.
Yeah.
Pull your elbow.
Just a little bit.
Once you got here and you were tight, and you pulled that elbow, it got the right position.
Nice.
But you didn't do anything different than what I told you to do today.
Yeah.
You felt my frames, you're like, fuck it, I can get frames. I see that one. Same, see this. You're ready, please, I'm winning. 1, 2, 3. I want to temple down here. Don't let me get these frames.
That was it. Getting that elbow up because down, I couldn't get my leg over either.
It's all good.
Yeah, that made a huge difference.
But you have to really commit to this, because if you're here, you see your wrist is bent up.
Yeah.
You have to really
Yeah.
here. But once you're here, you're like, okay, this is tight. Boom. Then you're able to reshift your weight here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So, from side control, you're trying to be a wet leg. You're threatening the knee on belly, but not right away. The only way you're going to get that knee on belly is giving me that and driving the knee up. But if I frame, this was here all day.
Yeah.
Because I have to frame, you're able to isolate.
Yeah.
Next week we'll go over when I don't give you this one.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not a big deal. This is something to digest.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good.
This is what I wanted. This is where I wanted to get you last week, but
Yeah. Step by step.
yeah, you're doing it.
Awesome.
Don't feel this. Even though it's hard to say, it's you know, stop feeling discouraged. I tell myself the same.
No, I need to hear it.